Sometimes you think you've found peace. Real peace. The kind that settles deep in your bones, quiet and warm like sunshine after a long, hard rain. That's what I thought we had, my husband Liam and I, especially for him. After everything he'd seen, everything he'd done, he deserved that peace more than anyone. Liam left the army about a year before we met. He never talked much about his time there. Not the details anyway. I knew it was hard. I saw it in the lines around his eyes sometimes, the way he'd stare off into the distance, or how a loud noise could still make him flinch, just for a second. He came back carrying invisible weights, burdens I couldn't see but could definitely feel when I held him close at night. He wanted a new life, a simple life. Far away from the dust and the danger, the orders and the shouting. He wanted quiet mornings and evenings spent on the porch, watching the sunset paint the sky. He wanted a job where the hardest thing he lifted was a toolbox, not a weapon. And he found it, mostly. We lived in a small town where everybody knew everybody, or thought they did. Liam worked as a mechanic at the local garage. He was good with his hands, always could fix anything. People liked him. They saw a quiet, steady man. Maybe a little reserved, but reliable, kind. They didn't know the soldier underneath. I did. I saw glimpses sometimes. In the way he moved with quiet efficiency, the way his eyes constantly scanned his surroundings, even just walking down Main Street. It was part of him, woven into the fabric of who he was. I loved him for all of it, the quiet man building a new life, and the hidden soldier who had sacrificed so much. Our life wasn't exciting, not in the way the world thinks of excitement, but it was ours. It felt safe, grounded. We were slowly saving up to buy a small house with a little patch of land. Liam dreamt of planting a garden. Imagine that, a man trained for war, dreaming of coaxing life from the earth. It made my heart ache with love for him. We were happy, truly happy. Or maybe, just maybe, we were living in a fragile bubble, pretending the past couldn't reach us here. Then came the phone call. It was just after midnight. The house was dark, wrapped in the deep silence of a moonless night. The only sound was the gentle rhythm of Liam's breathing beside me. I was drifting in that space between wakefulness and sleep, feeling content, safe. And then the phone rang. It wasn't our usual gentle ringtone. This was harsh, demanding. It sliced through the silence like a knife. My eyes snapped open. Beside me, Liam didn't just wake up, he was instantly alert. 1 second he was asleep, the next he was sitting bolt upright, his body tense, eyes wide and focused in the dark. The soldier was back, just like that. It sent a shiver down my spine. The phone screamed again from the nightstand. Liam reached for it, his movements quick and precise. He didn't fumble in the dark. He knew exactly where it was. He glanced at the screen, just a flicker of light illuminating his face. I saw a strange expression cross his features, not recognition, exactly. Something else, tension maybe, resignation, he answered. His voice was low, steady, nothing like the relaxed man who'd kissed me goodnight hours earlier. Yeah, a pause. He listened intently, his gaze fixed on the wall opposite the bed. I held my breath, straining to hear the voice on the other end, but I couldn't make out anything, just a faint tinny murmur. Liam didn't say much, mostly okay and understood. And then where? He listened again, his jaw tightening. All right, give me 2 hours. He hung up. Silence crashed back into the room, heavier this time, thick with unspoken questions. Liam, I whispered, my voice trembling slightly. What is it? Who was that? He turned to me slowly. The bedside lamp wasn't on, but the faint light from the hallway showed me his face. The peace was gone, completely erased. His eyes looked haunted, like he was seeing ghosts I couldn't imagine. It's complicated, Sarah, he said, his voice rough. He swung his legs out of bed. It's someone from before. My heart started pounding. The army? He nodded, avoiding my eyes as he started pulling clothes from the closet, not his work clothes. Practical things. Jeans, a dark sweater, sturdy boots, things you wear when you don't know what you're walking into. What's happened? Is someone hurt? I pushed myself up, wrapping my arms around my knees. Fear was a cold knot in my stomach. Someone needs help, he said vaguely. A friend, an old comrade, he's in trouble. What kind of trouble? My voice was sharp with worry. Liam, talk to me. Where are you going? He stopped dressing for a moment, and finally looked at me. His eyes were filled with conflict, with a weariness that went bone deep. Sarah, I can't explain everything right now. I have to go. He wouldn't call unless it was serious. I owe him. Owe him. Those words hung in the air. What kind of debt required a midnight call and a sudden departure? What had happened before that still had such a powerful hold on him? But, your new life, I whispered. Our life. You left all that behind. I know, he said softly, coming over to sit on the edge of the bed. He took my hand. His was steady but cold. Believe me, I know. I don't want to go, but I can't ignore this. It's not who I am. Tears welled in my eyes. I felt like that fragile bubble we'd built was popping, right there in the dark. Is it dangerous? He hesitated, just for a fraction of a second, but I saw it. I'll be careful, he promised. I just need to go see what's going on. Help him out, then I'll be back. When? As soon as I can. He squeezed my hand, then stood up. He finished dressing quickly, grabbed his keys and wallet. He paused at the bedroom door. Lock this behind me. Don't open it for anyone you don't know, okay? That simple instruction terrified me more than anything else he'd said. This wasn't just helping a friend change a flat tire. This was something else entirely. Something that required locked doors and caution. Liam, please. He came back, pulled me into a tight hug. I clung to him, burying my face in his chest, trying to memorize the feel of him, the scent of him, trying to hold on to the peace we'd had just minutes before. I love you, Sarah, he murmured into my hair. More than anything, I'll be back. I promise. And then he was gone. The front door clicked shut, the sound echoing in the sudden suffocating silence. I stumbled to the window, pulling back the curtain just enough to see his old truck start up, its headlights cutting through the darkness as he drove away. Away from our quiet street, away from our simple life, heading towards what? I didn't sleep the rest of the night. I just sat there, wrapped in a blanket on the sofa, staring at the door, praying his promise wasn't empty. Every creak of the house made me jump. Every car passing by made my heart leap, hoping it was him returning. Hours turned into a day, then two. My worry grew into a gnawing anxiety. Liam wasn't answering his phone. It went straight to voicemail every time I tried. The message I left, choked with tears, begging him to just let me know he was okay, went unanswered. I tried to carry on as normal. I went to work at the little bookstore in town, smiled at customers, made small talk. But my mind was a million miles away, imagining 1,000 terrible scenarios. Was he hurt? Captured? Worse? Who was this friend? What kind of trouble could pull him back so completely? The police weren't an option. What would I tell them? My husband left in the middle of the night after a strange phone call. He was an ex-soldier trained and capable. They'd probably tell me to wait. On the third day, the exhaustion and fear were overwhelming. I was just sitting at the kitchen table, staring numbly at a cold cup of coffee, when my phone buzzed. My heart leaped. I snatched it up, fumbling with shaking hands. It was an unknown number. Hello? I answered, my voice breathless. Sarah, it was Liam. Relief washed over me so intensely, my knees almost buckled, but it was short-lived. His voice sounded strained, different. Tired, yes, but also tense, like he was walking on eggshells. Liam, oh thank God, where are you? Are you okay? What happened? The questions tumbled out of me. I'm okay, Sarah, mostly. He paused. Listen, things aren't what I thought they were. What do you mean? The friend, is he all right? Another pause, longer this time. There is no friend, Sarah. Not like I thought. The call, it wasn't really about helping someone. Confusion mixed with my fear. Then, what was it about? Liam, you're scaring me. It was a setup, he said, his voice dropping lower, almost a whisper. Someone from my past, someone who knew how to get my attention, how to pull me out. A setup. For what? They needed something. Something I know, or something they think I have. It's messy, Sarah. Really messy. from a long time ago. My blood ran cold, his past. The one he never talked about. It hadn't just reached out for him, it had dragged him back in. Who are they? I can't say over the phone, it's not secure. Not secure, the words chilled me. But listen, I'm heading back, it's not over, but I'm coming home. I need to get back to you. Is someone following you? Are you in danger right now? I'm being careful, he said, the same words he'd used before leaving, but they offered even less comfort now. But Sarah, when I get back, things might have to change, we might not be safe here anymore. The floor seemed to drop out from under me. Not safe here, in our quiet town. In our little haven, the bubble hadn't just popped, it had shattered, leaving sharp edges everywhere. Just come home, Liam, I choked out. Please, just come home safe. I will, he promised again. I love you. The line went dead. I didn't know how long I stood there, phone pressed to my ear, the silence buzzing where his voice had been. His words echoed in my mind. A setup, messy, not safe here anymore. The wait for him to return was agonizing. Every shadow seemed menacing. Every unfamiliar car lingering on the street felt like a threat. The peace we had built felt like a distant memory, a dream I was waking up from into a harsh, dangerous reality. Late the next night, his truck finally pulled into the driveway. I flew to the door, unlocking it frantically. Liam stumbled inside, looking utterly drained. He was dirty, bruised along his jaw, and moved stiffly, like he was injured, though he wouldn't say where. But the physical exhaustion wasn't the worst part, it was his eyes. The haunted look was back, deeper this time. The soldier was fully present, alert, scanning the street behind him, before quickly shutting and locking the door. He pulled me into his arms, holding me tightly. I could feel the tremors running through him, or maybe they were mine. I'm okay, he murmured, though it sounded like he was trying to convince himself as much as me. Over the next few hours, sitting close together on the sofa, the story tumbled out, not all of it. I knew he was holding things back, things he thought would protect me, but I got the gist. The call hadn't been from a friend in trouble. It was a coded message, using an old contact's name as a trigger. It came from a shadowy figure, connected to one of Liam's final most classified missions. A mission that had gone sideways, leaving dangerous loose ends. Apparently, sensitive information had surfaced, or was about to, and this person, or people, he wasn't sure, believed Liam either had it, knew where it was, or was the key to neutralizing the threat it posed. The friend story was bait. When Liam arrived at the agreed meeting point, a remote truck stop miles away, it wasn't his old comrade waiting, but two men who tried to grab him. Liam, with his training and instincts, managed to fight them off and escape. But not before they made it clear this wasn't over. They knew who he was. They knew where he lived, they knew about me. Hearing that they knew about me, sent a fresh wave of terror through me. His past wasn't just haunting him, it was threatening to engulf us both. So what do we do? I asked, my voice small. Liam looked around our cozy living room, at the pictures on the mantelpiece, the life we'd carefully built. His expression was grim. We can't stay here, Sarah, he said quietly. Not now, they found me once, they'll find me again. Staying here puts you in danger. Leaving, running, the exact opposite of the settled, peaceful life we craved. The simple dream of a house and a garden evaporated like mist. Where will we go? I don't know yet. He admitted, running a hand over his face. Somewhere they won't look, somewhere we can disappear for a while, until I figure out how to deal with this. How to end it. End it, could he? Could we ever really escape the shadows that clung to him from his former life, or was this our new reality? Looking over our shoulders, always ready to run. In that moment, staring at the man I loved, the quiet mechanic and the haunted soldier all wrapped into one, I knew our life had irrevocably changed. The midnight phone call hadn't just woken us up, it had shattered the illusion of normalcy we'd clung to so desperately. He wasn't just Liam, my husband, the mechanic who dreamed of gardens. He was Liam, the man with a past that was now bleeding into our present, threatening our future. We left 2 days later, packed only what we could fit in the truck, said hurried goodbyes filled with vague explanations about a family emergency. Leaving our little town, our jobs, our half-built dream behind, felt like tearing a piece of my heart out. As we drove away, I looked back at the familiar streets, tears streaming down my face. I didn't know where we were going, or what waited for us. The fear was immense, a cold weight in my chest. But as I looked over at Liam, his hands steady on the steering wheel, his gaze determined despite the exhaustion lining his face, a different feeling stirred within me too. Resilience. We were together. His past was now our shared present, his fight was my fight. Our peaceful life was gone, swallowed by the echoes of his former service. The midnight phone call had indeed changed everything. It thrust us onto a new uncertain path, far from the simple life we'd sought. But wherever that path led, we would walk it together. The quiet sunshine might be gone for now, replaced by shadows and uncertainty, but the warmth between us, our love, that was real. And maybe, just maybe, that would be enough to see us through. Thank you for listening to our story. We hope it touched your heart, and kept you on the edge of your seat. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional and suspenseful stories like this one. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and please share this video with others who might enjoy it. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, stay safe.